Hello, welcome. Here we learn stack data structure. Stack is an abstract data type commonly used in most of the programming languages. It is named stack because it behaves like real world stack such as stack of books, pile of plates or deck of cards, etc. In stack, we can place or add or insert new atom or data on top of other one after another like this. Or if you want to take out, we can take out from the top of the stack. That means if I want to remove, I can take out this book first, then this, like the in reverse order. In the stack, insertion or removal, that is deletion, can be takes place at one end, that is this end, through which we can put new item or we can take out the item which is inserted. That end is called stack top or top of the stack. So at any given time, we can access or check only top element or top item of the stack. We cannot access middle element of the stack. So item or element which is inserted last, that could be taken out first from the stack. So therefore, stack operates on last in first out principle. That is called LIFO. So insertion operation is called push operation and removal operation is called pop operation in stack. Let's see basic operation that could be performed on stack. So very first option, that is creation or initialization of stack, because we have to initialize it. Then apart from this, two main or primary operations that performed on the stack. First is push. Push is nothing but pushing or storing or inserting new element onto the stack, and pop, that is removal or deletion of last inserted data item from the stack. Apart from push and pop, to use stack efficiently, sometimes we need to check status of stack. For this purpose, few more operations are performed on stack. First is pick, that means to get top element of the stack without removing it, just to check what is the content available at the top of the stack, not taking out. Then to check status whether it is full or not, each full operation is performed. Similarly, if stack, there could be possibility that stack may be empty. To check whether stack is empty or not, we use is empty operation. So at all times we maintain a pointer to the last inserted or pushed data item onto the stack, as this pointer always represent top or point at the top of the stack. That is why it is known as a top or stack top. Implementation or designing of stack. Stack can be implemented or designed using either array or linked list. Now let's see array implementation of stack. For that, we consider memory representation of stack for array. Suppose we have stack designed using array of size 5. That means we can store maximum of 5 element onto the stack. So suppose we consider integer number are to be stored onto the stack. So first number, integer number, will be stored at location 4000. Second number will be 4002 because integer is up to bytes. Third will be 4004, so forth, so on. So we know that top is a pointer that points to the top of the stack where last element is inserted. Now currently stack is empty. So we initialize stack top, or top is equal to -1 because stack is empty. That means it is pointing nowhere. So index of array is -1. Now let's learn program of stack using array. C program. So include file, define max is equal to 10, and we declare global array int tag underscore arr, that is array of size max, and we declare global variable in top is equal to -1, that is for pointing at the top of the stack, that is stack array index. Now the functions or operations that we are going to use in our program, we declare that one void push int item, that is pushing item, and pop int pop item, that is popped item, int pick, then is empty, is full, both return data type is int, and then void display content of stack, and void main. Here in between this program we have to write all the functions properly. Now let's learn isEmpty function or operation on stack. So isEmpty function will return true if stack is empty, otherwise it will return false. So let's see algorithm for isEmpty operation. First step is check value of top. Top, we are going to use it as an index or pointer. So if top is equal to -1, that means stack is empty. So we'll return true. So situation may be like this. Top value is -1 and the stack that we initialize for the array for stack will start its index from 0 to 4. So initially value of top is -1. So if it is situation is like this, we will return. If situation is like this, that means top is not equal to -1. That means it is equal to 0, 1, 2, anything. So currently top is pointing to 0th element. That means some element is present onto stack. So stack is not empty. That is why. Otherwise stack is not empty. So we will return false. So let's write empty function in C. So int empty, that is function name is empty, and it is return data type. In the function, if top equal -1, if it is true, we will return 1, that means true. Else we will return 0. This is the function is empty function for checking stack is empty or not. Similarly, we will learn is full operation on stack or is full function. So it returns true if stack is full, else it will return false. So algorithm for is full operation is check for value of top. Now in case of array or stack using array, we have limited number of or specific number of elements, that is array size is fixed. Now in this case array size we consider 5. So top value is 4, that is max -1. So if top is equal to max -1, now in this case it is 4 because it is pointing to the last element of the stack. So if situation is like this, we will return true, that means stack is full. Otherwise it may be pointing to 0, 1, 2. Now in this case it is pointing to 2. So some elements are or some spaces are empty onto the stack. So in this case stack is not full. So we will return false. So similarly, each full function can be written in C. First is int each full, that is name of function. Then inside function if top equal max -1. Max is the size. Now in our algorithm we consider max is equal to 5. So if it is true, then we will return 1, otherwise else we return 0. That is its full function. Now let's write pick function in C that will be written with the help of isEmpty function. So function int pick, int is a return data type, that means top value will be written, pick is the name of the function. So int item that will be assigned used to assign return value if is empty. So this is the use of is empty function. If stack is empty, it will return true. So if it is true, that means stack is empty. So we write printf stack underflow or stack is empty and exit to come out of the program, because if stack is empty, we cannot pick, we cannot read top value. Otherwise, item is equal to stack array top. That means the value stored at the or pointed by the top. Top is the index where last inserted data item is stored. So it's simply that value is simply assigned to item and return item. So this is the peek function to read top value of the stack. Push operation on stack. We know that push is nothing but putting or adding new data element onto the stack. So algorithm for push operation is that we very first step is that we should check whether there is a space on stack or not. So that is why check if stack is full or not. So situation may be like this where there is no space onto the stack because we decided max is equal to 5. So top is equal to max minus 1. So it will check using each full function that stack is full. So it will produce error and come out of the program or return to the main. If stack is not full, that means situation may be like this. Top is pointing to, for example, here 1, and there are some spaces are available onto the stack. So we can put new element onto the stack. So next step is increment top to point to the next empty space. That means top is pointing to 1 where data is already stored. So to put new data element, we should increment so that it will point to this location. So if you do this, top plus plus top will point to 2. They'll add data element to the stack location where top is pointing. Now currently top is pointing to 2 where which is the empty space where we can add new data elements. For example, 44 is added over here and return success. That means data element is added successfully. So we can write push function in C, void push, because void is we are not going to return anything. We simply have to push item or value. So that is why parameter is passed to the push as item, int item. So first of all, we check if it's full. We know that is full. If stack is full, it will return 1. So if it is 1, that means stack is full. So we produce error that is stack overflow or stack is full and return come out of the program. Else, what we do? We simply do top is equal to top plus 1 or top plus plus. So stack top, or sorry, stack underscore array of top. Top is index, which is incremented by 1 is equal to item. Now that parameter item will be assigned to stack array of top, and that is the end of push function. So in this using this function, we can add new element to the stack. Next is pop operation. We know that removal or deletion of data item from the stack is known as pop operation. In case of array implementation, pop operation actually does not delete or remove data from the stack or from the array. We simply decrement value of top to point to the next lower location from which next data value to be read. But in linked list implementation, pop actually removes element and deallocates memory space. So let's see algorithm for pop operation. So we know that we cannot perform or we cannot read from empty stack. So that is why very first step is we have to check if stack is empty or not. So if situation is like this, that means top is minus 1 using is empty function, we know that it is empty. So we can check if it is empty, we produce error and we stop execution. Otherwise, that means if stack is not equal to minus 1, it is greater than equal to 0. That is top is equal to greater than equal to 0. That is stack is not empty. Situation may be like this. Top is equal to 1. So we remove or take out data at which top is pointing. So we can read that value or remove. Actually, the removal is not takes place, but we simply remove that value. We can say that we remove this value and decrement top by 1 to point to the next location so that we can take out next value and return success. So Pop function in C can be written as int pop because we are returning data to the main program. Int item if is empty function we have written to check this function whether stack is empty or not. If it is empty, we write stack underflow or stack is empty and exit. Otherwise, item is equal to stack array of top, that is top value will be read and assigned to item, and we do top is equal to top minus 1 or top minus minus and return that item to the main program. This is end of pop. So using this function, we can pop item or value from the top of the stack. Next is traversal operation on stack. We know traversal that means visiting or processing each data element of the data structure at least once. Now in this case visiting or processing each data element of the stack at least once. So we write display function over here. So algorithm for traversal operation is that. So very first we have to check whether stack is empty or not. If top is equal to -1, that means stack is empty. So we check it. If it is empty, we produce error and exit. Otherwise, if stack is not empty, that means top is greater than or equal to 0, then we perform this step. Initialize variable I is equal to top. That is looping variable I is used over here and perform following step till I greater than equal to 0. So repeatedly these steps are performed. Process data. Now in this case we display content of array, that is stack array pointed by I and decrement I. So these two steps are repeatedly executed till value of I greater than equal to 0. Once it becomes 0, it will stop execution. So we write display function for stack traversal. So void display int I is empty function if is empty. If it is true, then we write stack is empty and exit. Otherwise, we display stack element as follows. For that, we use for loop for I is equal to top, I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus, and printf percentage stack array of I. So this function or this loop will get exit till value of I greater than equal to 0. Once it is done, it will stop. So this is display function of stack. So using all this function, final program can be written like this. C program, max is equal to 5 or 10, stack array, top is equal to -1, and function declaration push, pop, peak, is empty, is full, and display. Then in void mail, we use choice and item. While one, that means continuous while loop, we write 1 to push, 2 to pop, 3 to pick, 4 to display, and 5 to quit. And enter choice, scanf choice, and we use switch choice, switch case. If case 1, that means push enter item to be pushed, scanf item, and push item, push function will get called break. If case is 2, that means pop. So item is equal to pop, and we display popped item break. Case is 3, that means pick. We simply call pick function and display that pick function. Case 4, that is display all the values of stack. So we call display function, and case 5 is exit. So if any wrong choice is entered, we give wrong choice as a message, and this is end of switch, end of while. So it is in continuous while till you select 5 option, and this is end of mail function.